I have not touched this channel in over a year, and so I thought it'd be interesting just to do a video to see how it's done in that year, and especially for those that are interested in YouTube, to see what a channel can do when you just leave it to do its own thing. As you can see, our last upload was on the 12th of June 2022, and that was for a YouTube short. It didn't do very well, it only had 61 views. I don't think it was a good idea anyway, because this was a tutorial video of how to get text chat in voice channels on Discord, and I think for that sort of thing it is a very small tutorial, which I understand the sort of thought process to making it into a short, but at the same time it is a tutorial video, and for a lot of tutorial videos, what do? You want to pause, scroll back, and just have it in your own time, whereas with a short it's much more difficult to do that because it just plays on loop. And actually it will be interesting to see how well this video, the one you're watching right now, does, because as you can see on the dashboard, we have no other videos to go off because it's been so long. To get into the real nitty and gritty, you have to go into the analytics, and that is where we are right now. As you can see, in the last 28 days we got 2.6k views, 71 hours of watch time, and 1 subscriber has been lost. RIP. Also, if you look to the right here, you can see we got 180 views in the last 48 hours. And if we go in the see more section here, we can actually see where these views are coming from. So how to set up birthdays on Discord, that is one which has done the best in the last couple of days. Also the reaction rolls one, and also the sound alerts video too. There are the other videos in there as well, but these are the three we're really looking at here, because these are the videos which have been performing the best since I've been gone. If you look into the source of these views, it's also quite interesting. So if I get rid of my face for a minute, you can see how viewers find your videos. And as you can see, external is 60%, YouTube search is 32%. So they're the two big ones. So if we look at external, first of all, YouTube is only 2.1%. Actually, it's Google search where a lot of this traffic is coming from. Because of course, with these being tutorial videos, people will search that on Google and then get directed to the video straight away, and that will actually come up as the first Google result as well, so people click on that straight away. YouTube search is also up there, but as you can see, one video in particular, the birthday bot one, is where a lot of the success is coming from there, because people are searching that specifically on YouTube's search engine. Now you might be thinking, okay, this is great, but how is this going to affect my channel? What can I learn from this video? What is the point of you making this video? Well, if we go to overview and then we go to the last 365 days, you can see we got pretty much 50,000 views. Now 50,000 views of me doing absolutely nothing. I maybe answered a comment here and there, and that's it, but I've done nothing else in terms of video creation. Now 50,000 views is a nice number to have for videos which I've just left to do their own thing, and they are evergreen content now. And for those who don't know what evergreen content means, go here. It's content that continues to be relevant long past its publication, so traffic grows over time, and you can clearly see that in the analytics that wave it continues to go. And I think what I'm trying to say with this video is that you can always create evergreen content whatever niche you're in. Like, this is obviously tutorial based videos, so it's easy to make this sort of evergreen content because they are videos which people will be searching for. But you can also do that in other niches as well. And an example I have for you is from my main channel, where I focus on movie and TV related content, and my most viewed video is this one, all 6 Don't Hold Me I'm Scared TV episodes ranked. This video in its first month got 66,000 views, and as you can see here, it also got 11,000 views, nearly 12,000 views on just one day alone, and nearly 200 subscribers from this video. So it's been a really successful video for me. But how is it done in terms of what we're talking about today, in terms of evergreen content? Well, it's got 66,000 views on its first month. Now if we go to since uploaded, it's now got 82,000 views, and as you can see in the last 2 days, it's still got 24 views coming in as well. And as I wasn't in the YouTube partner program when this video came out, and so any income which I've got from the ad revenue has come since I got into the program. And yes, £22 is not a massive amount or anything, but for this video, which came out in October last year, to be generating money and continually doing so, that is the aim, because it's a good foundation for my channel, because it's a way where people are still finding this video through browse. As you can see, 75% through browse. browse, so they might find my new content, might then subscribe. But then also, if you can build up more than just one video which is evergreen, have a good amount of evergreen content, then you've got a really good base there as well, which you can rely on a bit more. And we see that with big YouTubers. You know, a lot of big YouTubers can take breaks because they have so much content which is evergreen, so they'll happily make enough money to not even have to upload for 6 months, even a year. Now, the two key metrics to videos these days are click-through rate and retention. So if we look at this video and see our click-through rate, which is 3.6%, for a lot of people that will be a low click-through rate, because a lot of the people say online, a lot of the YouTube educators will say try and get between 5% and 10%. Now, you always got to align it with your impressions. So with this, we've got 1.4 million impressions. So a click-through rate of 3.6% is actually pretty good, because the impressions are so high. So now let's look at retention, and if I just get rid of my face for a second, you can see down here that is our retention graph. Now, a lot of people always say you want to avoid the big hockey stick sort of drop at the start. The first 30 seconds are key. So if we look at the first 30 seconds here, if I can actually get the mouse on it, there you go, 71% are still watching at the 30-second mark. And as you can see, it's quite a straight line compared to a lot of videos you'll see, and that's what you want to aim for. Also by the end of the video, 27% are still watching at the near the end of the video, which is great for a video which is nearly 17 minutes. That is really great news. Now, it's all well saying this, but finding that consistency to get these sort of results on a regular basis, that is the difficult thing, and that's what separates those who are successful to those who are unsuccessful on YouTube. And we've seen that results like this for 82,000, that's nothing for a lot of the big YouTubers now. That could be seen as a failure of a video. So going back to this channel, and at one point I actually had 3,500 hours of watch time, and the 4,000 hours of watch time target, which was the original one to get into the partner program, that has always been one of the biggest hurdles for a lot of people, and I probably should have pushed that 4,000, and also the same with the 1,000 subs too. Now we do have the other partnership requirements. You get lower ones at 3,000 and only 500 subs, so we have that one already complete now. But we'll need to obviously push back up again to get to the 3,000. But the thing is with this is only for supers and shopping and membership, so it's all fan funding stuff, which isn't going to help me so much in terms of this channel. What this channel will be great for is for that ad revenue, like I said, for it to do its business on its own. I can leave it to put out a video maybe every few weeks or every other month or whatever, as long as it's a good video, a video which can become evergreen and get those views over time, then that'll be fine. But again, it needs to get into that program really. The ad revenue is the main thing. I'm not going to be offering subscriptions to any memberships or anything like that on this channel. Now, my most successful video on this channel is this one here, how to set up reaction roles on Discord with the Zyra bot. This has got about 84,000 views, and this video is one, as you see, it's still getting 62 views in the last 2 days. And with that, look at that view line there, it's just gradually just been getting views over time. And if we look back to the first 24 hours, for example, it only got 26 views. So you could look at that and think, oh, maybe this isn't going to take off. But like we've seen with that big graph of the since published, it's just continually going all the way. Now, it might one day flatline completely. I'm not sure, because obviously this is a tutorial video which comes from 2021. So this is still getting views now, even though this came out back in January 2021, so quite a long time ago. Is it all going to be relevant still? I'm not totally sure. Now, just looking at the retention, you can see underneath me there is definitely peaks all over the place of people trying to maybe zone in on a certain part of the tutorial, and there's a significant dip here as well, which I believe is due to, obviously at this point we've got to the main part of the tutorial now. A lot of people can sort of take it from there, so you're going to get a dip there too. Just looking at some of the other big hitters on this channel, we got this one, how to set up sound alerts for bits on Twitch. Again, it's very much like the other video in terms of that graph, and also in the first 24 hours it was only 19 views. And if we go back and look at, say, the birthday bot one, again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same sort of data. 28 views, again a bit more, but as you see in the last 2 days, 76 views. This video was published back in April 2021, so over 2 years ago now. Again, I think some of this this actual tutorial won't be relevant now, but it's still doing it well enough for people to watch it and actually interact with it. And as we can see, there is a significant peak here, so whatever I said here must have been really important. This also might be the one which shows up on Google when people search for a specific thing, that when it actually sections out part of the video, that could be that part too. So yeah, but it's got the same graph sort of type, a bit different, but mostly very similar to what we just saw with the other two videos. Now lastly, I want to spotlight this video here because I made it ironically as a reaction to my reaction roles video for Zorobot, because I got so many comments in that video about how do I edit my roles after I complete the setup process. So I thought, well, I'm getting so many comments, why not make a short video to explain it so people can just be linked to that if they comment again. Now this video hasn't been as successful as the other videos I've shown you, but it's only got 10,000 views. I think it's had the same trajectory in terms of only having a few views in the first 24 hours and then gradually getting more over time. And the point of showing you this one is that if you do strike gold, really do double down on it, and like a snowball, push that snowball in the snow, make it bigger. And I could have made even more videos on Zorobot at that time, because it was at that moment where I could have maybe answered another question from the comments and make a video on that. But yeah, if you do have a video like that, make more. I mean, I did the same with the movie channel as well, in terms of with that Don't Hug Me I'm Scared video. I had that ranking video, but then I made another one about the top songs in the show as well, and that also did well, but not as well as that previous video. But again, it's just like DLC for video game. You got that game that's done well for you, make a bit more. It's not, maybe it won't do as well as that game did, but it still get you sales, and that's what you want. Anyway, hopefully this video has shown you some examples of what it can be like in the field of YouTube, and I do plan to do more videos on this channel now after so long, and show some more examples of how my journey goes on my other channels, like my movie channel, and I also got the gaming channel, which are all linked if you want to check them out. But I want to actually use those channels as examples, actually ongoing experience of YouTube as it changes, because YouTube is always changing as well. So it's great seeing education videos on YouTube, but some of that actual data they have there and some of the advice they give you might not necessarily be as relevant now when there's so many new things being added here and there. So I feel like if I can get some videos up which are showing you what's working right now, then that might be a bit more useful. But for now, I have no recent video to promote on this channel, but if you do want to talk to me live, you can do on Twitch, and the link is in the description below. And if you want to watch my latest video on my main channel, that should be on screen right now.